Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, champions and soon-to-be world changers, I came here today with one mission, one purpose, one burning message that I need you to hear deep down in your spirit, and that message is simple. I came to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And brace yourself because it's not sugar-coated. It's raw, it's real, and it just might set you free. Your friends are holding you back. Yes, I said it. Now, before you start scrolling through your contacts and planning your goodbyes, relax. I'm not telling you to go full savage and delete everyone from your life. Not yet. Let's slow down and unpack this together. Let's go back for a moment, back to when you were a kid. Remember that version of you? The one with wild dreams and a fearless heart. The one who said, I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to win a Grammy. I'll own my own company by 25. You didn't ask for permission. You didn't second guess yourself. You believed purely, boldly, recklessly. You saw no limits, just possibilities. But then, something happened. Life got noisy. People started speaking into your dreams. Voices that said, be realistic. Don't get your hopes up. That's not how the world works. And slowly, you stopped dreaming with conviction. You started shrinking. Not because you lost your potential, but because you let the people around you set the thermostat on your life. And here's what you need to know about thermostats. They don't just measure temperature. They set it. So if your circle keeps the room cold, negative, unmotivated, and afraid, guess what? You're going to freeze in a season where you were born to rise. Some of you are stuck, not because you lack talent, drive, or opportunities, but because you're surrounded by a circle that looks supportive but is secretly a cage. You ever seen a group of people go out to eat and the broke friend orders last? You know what I'm talking about. Everyone's ordering steak, shrimp, dessert, and the last person is like, I'll just have water with lemon. Now, you don't judge them. You love them. But if you spend too much time around broke thinking people, you'll eventually start budgeting your dreams to make them comfortable. Let me say it again for the folks in the back. You will shrink your vision to fit into their comfort zone. They're not bad people, they're just bad for your destiny. You see, people will cheer you on until your success makes them feel small. Friends will clap when you're on level 2. But start reaching level 10, all of a sudden, you're acting brand new. Newsflash, you're supposed to act brand new. If I'm doing the same stuff I was doing 5 years ago, something's wrong. Let me put this in terms we can all understand. Growth feels awkward. It's like going to the gym for the first time in 5 years. Your body is like, what are we doing? And your friends are like, why are you doing this? Because your growth makes them uncomfortable. You say, I'm starting a business, and your friend says, that's risky. You say, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to read, and they say, who are you, Oprah? You say, I'm cutting back on partying, and they say, you've changed. Listen, changing is the point. If you're not changing, you're decaying. Let me tell you a funny story. I had a friend who wanted to lose weight. He got all excited, bought running shoes, meal prepped, followed motivational pages, the whole 9. But every time he wanted to hit the gym, his friends said, nah, bro, let's chill today. Pizza and Netflix. 3 months later, he lost motivation. Not weight, just motivation. Do you see what happened? His circle convinced him to stay in a life he didn't want because they weren't ready to grow with him. Ever heard of the crab bucket? If you put one crab in a bucket, it'll climb out. But if you put a bunch of crabs together, the others will pull down the one trying to escape. You know who those crabs are? Your ride or die friends, your day ones, the ones who say, we're in this together, but low-key can't stand to see you rise without them. Let me say this gently. Your loyalty to people should never cost you your future. Some of you are going to miss your next level because you're too afraid to outgrow your current circle. But you have to be brave enough to walk alone if that's the only way forward. Success is lonely at first, but I promise you this. When you elevate, the right people will find you at the top. Let's make this practical. Here are 5 signs your friends might be holding you back. 1, they mock your ambition. Every time you talk about your dreams, they roll their eyes or crack a joke. You start a podcast? That's cute. No, it's not cute. It's visionary. 2, they encourage mediocrity. When you try to upgrade your life, they try to drag you back down. Why are you always working? Because I want more than just weekends and regrets. 3, they don't celebrate your wins. Pay attention when you succeed. If they go silent when you shine, that's not friendship. That's competition in disguise. 4, they always need saving, never support. They drain your energy but never fill your cup. Every conversation feels like therapy, and you're the unpaid therapist. 5, they keep you in the past. They say things like, yo, you've changed. Yes, I have. That's what healing and growth does to people. Let's flip the script. Sometimes losing friends is the biggest blessing of your life. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's lonely. But sometimes God, the universe, life, whatever you believe in, will remove people who are no longer aligned with your calling. Because where you're going, they can't come. Elevation requires separation. You can't take coach seat thinkers into a first-class life. I had to learn that the hard way. I used to hang with people who laughed at my dreams, and I called it humility. No, it was dysfunction. Once I distanced myself from them, I could finally hear myself think. I had space to grow, dream, plan, execute. And let me tell you, when I stopped investing my energy in people who didn't believe in me, I started attracting people who did. Here's the good news. You don't have to be alone forever. There are people out there who are praying for someone like you to come into their life. Your growth tribe is waiting. People who clap for you when you win. People who challenge you to level up. People who say, I believe in you, and actually mean it. People who don't need you to shrink for them to feel tall. But here's the catch. You won't find them until you let go of the ones holding you back. You've got to clean out the room before you invite new guests. So start auditing your circle. Ask yourself, does this person pour into me? Do they inspire me to be better? Would they still be around if I had nothing to offer but my truth? You're not selfish for wanting more out of life. You're not wrong for craving something greater than what everyone around you has settled for. You're not arrogant for believing that you were born with purpose, with promise, with power that's yet to be unlocked. And no, you are absolutely not cruel for deciding to walk away from people who choose to stay stuck, stagnant, and stubborn in their ways. That's not selfishness, that's maturity. Maturity is when you realize that you don't owe anyone a front row seat to your life just because they showed up for the trailer. Maturity is understanding that love doesn't always mean attachment, and that sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for others is to let go. You don't have to hate your old friends. This isn't about bitterness. It's about boundaries. You can love them, pray for them, wish them well from a distance. But listen carefully. Your loyalty should never come at the cost of your legacy. If someone's presence in your life is costing you peace, purpose, or progress, that's too expensive. You only get one shot at this life, one story, one timeline, one chance to make it count. So why waste that precious time tiptoeing around people who don't even clap when you win? Why dim your light so that others can stay comfortable in the dark? Cut the dead weight. Release the relationships that drain you. Stop watering connections that bear no fruit. Don't you dare feel guilty for choosing your future over someone else's comfort zone. Because the truth is, not everyone is meant to go where you're going. And that's not you being mean. That's you being wise. Let's wrap this up with one final truth. You are the CEO of your life. If your team isn't performing, you don't quit the company. You change the team. Some of you need to start making executive decisions. Fire the lazy energy, promote the disciplined friend. Hire the mentor who's already where you want to be. And block the negativity trying to sneak into your boardroom. It's your life, your dream, your legacy. So what's it going to be? Are you going to stay stuck in the friend zone of mediocrity? Or are you going to rise, shine, and find your tribe? Because I promise you, the moment you stop letting your friends hold you back is the moment everything changes. In this life, you don't need 1 million friends. You need 3 that believe in you, push you, and pray for you. So go ahead and declutter your contact list. Make room for alignment. Make room for destiny. Make room for the life you were meant to live. And when they ask why you're acting different, just smile and say, I'm not different. I'm just done pretending small is enough. Thank you